Welcome back to the cryptowrld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, Ethereum is running into this critical line of support, while the price of Chainlink is right now confirming a break back to the downside below this important level on the price chart, while the price of XRP is still trending in the bearish direction, at least in the short term, while Solana is still running into this critical line of support here in the short term as well. So I'll be talking about all of that and more later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, starting off on the weekly Ethereum chart, and right now the price of ETH is technically still playing out the correction during the larger bull market. As we can see, the price of ETH has basically been in a multi-year bull market since around the middle of 2022, forming higher lows and higher highs here on the larger timeframes. But of course, during this larger bullish market, we can see short-term dumps or corrections along the way during the bull market. And so when it comes to bull market versus bear market, technically speaking, we're still looking okay for as long as we're holding above this line right here, which is sitting at around 2.6K, and especially while we're holding above this previous low, sitting at around 2.2K to 2.3K. So for as long as the price is holding above those levels right there, technically speaking, we're still looking okay when it comes to the larger bullish market. But once again, we can see short-term bearish price action during that larger bullish market, which is exactly what we're seeing right now. In fact, right now, we're continuing the rejection from that 4.1K level, still acting as strong resistance, as I've been talking about over and over again here on the channel. Obviously, we have this massive area of resistance in between 3.9K to 4.1K. And in fact, just recently, over the last half a week or so, we broke below this area right here, which was previous resistance and was some support right here for a couple of weeks. And that was sitting in between around 34.30 to 35.60. But now that the price is broken below that level, that area is becoming new resistance again. So if we see another bounce back to the upside, expect resistance around that area on the price chart. And as for support, we do have this area of support sitting in between $3,000 to 3.1K, and more support down here at around 2.7K to 2.8K, and massive support down here in between around 2220 up towards around 2350, acting as major support. But before those levels of support, if we're taking another look at this 3-day Ethereum chart, we also have this previous 23.6% Fibonacci level currently acting as a bit of short-term support, and that's sitting at close to 3.2K, at just above 3.2K, currently acting as support. And previously, this was resistance right here, as we could see, and also back here. And so right now, just in the immediate short term, I'll be paying attention to close to 3.2K as the immediate support to pay attention to. But below 3.2K, then once again, expect these areas to the downside, acting as major support if we head further in this correction. And of course, one of the reasons as to why we're seeing this pullback in the price of ETH, on top of the fact that the price is obviously rejecting from major resistance, another reason is due to the fact that we're of course still playing out that bearish divergence on the daily time frame, with higher highs already confirmed in the price and lower highs confirmed in the RSI. So as I warned about here on the channel all the way back here, this signal right here is telling us we're losing a lot of bullish momentum in the short term, and that it's very likely we'll see a pullback very soon, or at the very least, just some choppy sideways price action. So basically no more bullish momentum, at least in the immediate short term, and likely an increased amount of bearish momentum. And so far, from when this bearish divergence actually confirmed right around here to where we are right now, it's been roughly around 2 weeks, give or take. And usually a bearish divergence on the daily time frame plays out over a couple of weeks or so. But of course, as of right now, we've not confirmed an invalidation to invalidate this bearish divergence. So right now, it is still active and could continue to play out, let's just say, for another 1 or 2 weeks if we do not invalidate the bearish divergence. And by the way, an invalidation signal I'll be watching out for would basically be a breakout in the RSI. If the RSI breaks out to the upside above this line right here, or if we break out above this previous high right here, those will be invalidation signals to help to invalidate this bearish divergence, which would be a bullish signal for the price of ETH right here. But right now, we have not seen that happen. And of course, if we form some sort of bullish divergence on the daily time frame, a bullish divergence can also help to invalidate a previous bearish divergence. But for now, once again, this is still currently active, which means we should be expecting either a continued correction in the price of ETH like this, or at the very least, just a sideways consolidation. So once again, I'll not necessarily expect a lot of bullish momentum right now, as I've been saying every day over the last couple of weeks or so. But believe it or not, you can use even bearish price action to make money in crypto by using short positions, for example. So just for example, if you open a short position near where this bearish divergence is confirmed, right now you'll be in huge profits, because in case you're new to this channel, a short position makes more profits as the price goes lower. So that's just one way how you could potentially profit from bearish price action that we're seeing right now. And personally, I take a lot of my trades over on BTNX, so I'll make sure to leave a link to BTNX below this video in the description and in a pinned comment. And if you use that link, it'll take you to this page right here where you can claim an exclusive deposit bonus that you can only get using that link below this video. So if you simply just click that link to make your account and then deposit 100 USDT and start trading, you get a $20 bonus. Or if you deposit 500 USDT and start trading, you get a $100 bonus. Or if you deposit just 1,000 USDT and start trading, you get a $200 bonus straight into your new account. But once again, that is only available using that link below this video if you use that link to make your account and start trading on that account. And in case you're wondering, BTNX is a no KYC exchange, which means you can access it from basically any country in the world without needing any KYC. But for whatever reason, if you don't want BTNX, there is also Bybit as another option out there, another exchange that I also trade on. So I'll also make sure to leave a link to Bybit below this video. And if you use that link, you can claim a 500 USDT position airdrop, but that's only available if you use the link below this video to make your Bybit account and deposit on that account. But with that being said, taking a look at the price of Chainlink on the weekly time frame, and as of right now, at the time of recording this video, the price of Chainlink is currently trading inside this golden pocket, sitting in between around $21 to $23, give or take. And as we could see previously, that was significant resistance for the price of Chainlink. So as of right now, this is acting as support. And if we're looking at this latest weekly candle close that confirmed over the last one day, that weekly candle close confirmed right inside this golden pocket. So at least at the time of recording this video, once again, this golden pocket is currently acting as support in between around $21 to $23 as major support. And if we were to see a break below $21, especially with a weekly candle close below $21, then in the short to midterm, that would be bad news for the price of Chainlink. And in that case, the next level of support to the downside would be sitting at around $18. And below $18, we have more support at around $16. And below that, we have more support at around $12. So those are the next levels of support to the downside that I'll be watching for the price of Chainlink if we were to confirm a break below $21. But for now, that hasn't happened. For now, this is still acting as support at this golden pocket once again. And as for resistance, in case we see a bounce from this golden pocket, continue to expect significant resistance at close to $31, going up towards around $34. And of course, that's pretty much exactly where we saw a rejection from very close to $31, as we could see, which is right where this Fibonacci level is sitting at close to $31. And technically speaking, the price of Chainlink can still remain within a larger bull market here on the larger timeframes, forming higher lows and higher highs, for example. But right now, in the shorter term, of course, we're playing out a short-term correction during that larger bull market. And right now, with the price of Chainlink still holding on to this golden pocket right here, it's likely that the recovery from this point right here will at least take a number of weeks, possibly a month or so. But if we were to break below this golden pocket, so confirming a break with a weekly candle close below around $21, in that case, the recovery back up towards these highs could likely take multiple months if we break the golden pocket with confirmation. So for now, it's not looking so bad, but if we break below the golden pocket with confirmation, then they'll look a little bit worse, at least in the short to midterm, not necessarily the super long term once again. And now what did happen over the last one day based on this latest weekly candle close in the price of Chainlink was, of course, a break back to the downside below this neckline right here for this cup and handle pattern, which was sitting at close to $23. And the latest weekly candle close confirmed at almost exactly $22, which is one invalidation signal to invalidate this breakout and this pattern. And so the only way to really save this bullish breakout for this bullish pattern right here is to effectively see a very, very quick recovery back above $23 very soon, as in over the next 1 or 2 weeks. Because if we fail to see that, and especially if we break below this golden pocket, then essentially it's completely over for this pattern right here. Already we have one invalidation signal for this pattern. But let's just say in the bullish scenario, let's just say if we see a major bounce in the next 1 or 2 weeks here and start confirming candle closes back above $23, in that case, it's possible that we could just redraw this neckline right here to be a little bit more horizontal, as we could see, and then it's possible we could simply just be seeing a retest for this breakout. But at the current stage, once again, we do have this one invalidation signal right here, which is worth paying attention to. So for now, of course, in the short-term situation, this is currently bearish just in the short term. But as I said earlier, of course, we can still remain within a larger bull market either way, with or without this pattern right here, for as long as we're still forming higher lows and higher highs, and especially if we're bouncing from this golden pocket. And if we're taking a quick look at the shorter term for the price of Chainlink on the 4-hour time frame, as of right now, we're still potentially forming this higher low in place, but right now we've only seen a very small bounce from this potential higher low, so we still don't really have a lot of confirmation. Of course, we are starting to form higher lows again in the RSI, which is some good news, at least in the immediate short term on the 4-hour time frame, pointing towards the invalidation of this bearish divergence. But ideally, in order to actually invalidate this bearish divergence, I'd like to see a breakout at least above this line right here in the RSI, and ideally, if we can start breaking out into new higher highs, starting to form higher lows and higher highs in the RSI, that would help to invalidate this bearish divergence, telling us that we might be due to see a little bit more of a relief here in the short term, but not necessarily a significant amount of bullish price action, just a slight relief from all of this bearish price action. And so those are the signals to watch out for here in the short term. Overall, we're looking a little bit more bearish than bullish, at least in the short term, but we could be due to see a slight relief if we see a breakout in the RSI, maybe for a number of days. And of course, we're still within a multi-year bull market, as we could see, since really the beginning of 2023, we've been in this bull market right here. And if we're taking a look at the price of XRP on the 4-hour time frame, because on the larger time frames, nothing's really changed over the last few days for XRP on the larger time frames. So getting straight into the smaller time frames here, and right now the price of XRP is still trading inside this descending parallel channel, which is technically a short-term bearish trend. As we can see, the price is trending in the more bearish direction right now, at least in the short term, forming lower highs and lower lows. And this line of resistance for this parallel channel is currently sitting at around $2.62, and this line of support is currently sitting at around $1.92. So I would expect obviously support at that level right there and resistance at that level right there. And as I've said over the last few days, usually the price of XRP and a lot of cryptos out there when it comes to parallel channels like this tend to gravitate towards the center line of this pattern. That's usually where the price spends most of its time during a parallel channel. And right now the center line is currently sitting at around $2.24 to $2.25. And so as I've said recently here on the channel, we can use this basic information in a potential trading opportunity, a trading strategy. As always, not financial advice, but just simply explaining a potential trading strategy when it comes to this chart right here. For example, if the price comes towards this line of support, especially at the same time as the RSI getting close or entering into oversold territories, that could be a potential opportunity to buy a bit of XRP or long XRP at close to support while the RSI is oversold, or vice versa. If the price of XRP approaches this line of resistance while the RSI is overbought, that could be the opposite, obviously a signal pointing towards potentially shorting or selling XRP, at least in the short term. But as always, not financial advice. I'm just sharing a potential trading strategy based on this chart right here. And overall, over the last one day, not a lot has changed for XRP. So getting straight into Solana on the 3-day time frame. And right now, we're starting to trade below this previous Fibonacci level right here, which was sitting at around $183, give or take. So right now, of course, we're still finding some support at close to $180, as I'll talk about in just a moment. But below 180, if we break below 180, in that case, we have this previous golden pocket right here, which could act as a bit of support right now, sitting in between around 164 to 167. And if we were to see a decent sized bounce here in the short term, I would expect a lot of resistance in between $200 to $210, considering the significance of that area on the price chart right here. That was significant support, as you can see right here. And previously that was significant resistance at around 200 to 210. And as I've said recently here on the channel, the moment we broke below around 200 to 210, that was definitely a bearish signal, at least in the short to mid term, pointing towards most likely more bearish price action, or at least a lot of choppy sideways price action in this previous sideways price range, potentially for a number of months or at least a number of weeks. And so, as I've been saying over and over again, just don't be surprised if the price of Solana basically stays in this sideways price range right now for at least the next few weeks or so, as a most likely scenario, in between around $120 to around $200. We're likely going to stay around that price range, chopping around for potentially the next few weeks. And if we're zooming into the shorter term, looking at the 8-hour time frame, as I've recorded in this video, we're sitting very close to that $180 level, currently acting as support. But if we start confirming candle closes here on the 8-hour time frame, or especially on larger time frames back below 180, in that case, we do have this area of support here in the short term based on these previous lows, sitting at around 156 to 161, acting as support if we break below 180 with confirmation. And as for resistance back to the upside, once again, if we actually see a strong bounce from 180, in that case, we still have strong resistance at around 200 to 210, with major resistance at 205, and obviously a lot of resistance further to the upside, as I've talked about over the last few days. These levels right here have not really changed over the last few days. And if we actually confirm this break with candle closes below $180, in that case, 180 could also likely become new resistance if we first break that level. And so that is the current situation for the price of Solana and really the overall crypto market. A lot of altcoins right now are currently simply just bearish in the short term. That's simply the stage in the market right now. We're seeing a bit of a pullback, short-term bearish trends in the short term, as we can see, for a lot of major altcoins. But once again, you can make profit even during bearish price action using things like short positions, for example. And so let's just say if we break below a key level of support, that could be a possible signal to open a short position and profit along the way to the downside, just for an example. And once again, if you want to trade these moves in the price of any crypto, check out those links below this video to claim those extra bonuses over on those exchanges. And if you want to actually know how to trade crypto, no matter if the price is bullish, bearish, or chopping around sideways, you can profit from all of that price action by watching these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how you can profit from bullish or bearish price action using long positions or short positions. And the video in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from choppy sideways price action. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.